Hi everyone, I'm Kim from Kim's Wood Decor. Take 2. We'll see if this one works out. I don't know what happened with the other one, but goodness, I had all sorts of crazy things going on. I couldn't clear it out, so it was easier just to delete that and put it back. Start all over again. We are doing the penguin shelf sitter. This is the mama. There are 4 different ones. There's the daddy who has a bow tie. There's the mama who has the poinsettias. There is a little boy brother that has a bow tie and a little girl that has a flower instead of the poinsettia. The little kids are 4 inches high from top to bottom, measuring their bodies. The mama is 5 inches high from top to bottom, just on the body. Then you've got the extra poinsettia height. And the dad is 6 inches from top to bottom. Hey Janine, how are you? So we got it all. We're doing the chunky shelf sitter, the penguin. What you think? I started recording and I had to get off and restart. I had some funky stuff going on, I'll tell you. I don't know what it was. I had stuff all over my frame. I'm like, what the heck? Am I on the wrong page? I'm not on the wrong page, right? Did you go into my Kim's Gifts and Decor, or were you... Did you try my, were you on my regular Facebook? So the bot, hi Sam, how are ya? I don't know if you saw the first take. I started recording and then I had some funky stuff going on with frames and all this and that. I couldn't get it off. I was really close. I don't know what was happening. Did you have a hard time finding me too? It's a crazy weather down here. It very well could be. So there's 2 body parts that glue together. And then you've got his little flipper feet and his orange part of his feet, which will bring the other parts of it to make it actually bigger than 3/4 of an inch, almost an inch now. So we're gonna do him. Seeing as how we've got the whole Christmas theme going on, I figured I would do a kind of winter Christmas theme for the wood group today as well. It's been crazy. How's everyone doing? It's been nuts. And then I went live and I had to delete it and restart. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's all okay for 5 o'clock tonight. So I don't know. I don't know. It's been a day. I have to go back and watch everyone's replays. I shared a couple of them, but I haven't watched everyone yet, so. And you're live on Fab 5 tonight, Sam? Did you see the plain wreath rail that I made that I had for sale on my live yesterday, Sam? It's just a plain one. I did not do the, did you still want that other one we talked about? I've got that sitting there on the program to cut if you did. It's just the plain wreath rail. I'm making it in 10, 12, and 14 inches. And then if anybody wants any other size, they can let me know. Now the back of his body, I'm going to do black with the baby white method. And again, this family, it has a daddy, this is the mom, and it has a little boy and a little girl all sold separately. The dad and the little boy have bow ties, the mom has the poinsettia, and the girl has a little flower. that dry. You're on in the group live, right, Sam? Not on your page at 6? I really need to start wearing gloves, y'all. But I can't feel nothing. I tried, I can't feel nothing with gloves on. Drives me crazy. Let me put you down a little bit more. Now I'm gonna do the orange tape. It's right here. If it was any closer, it would have bit me. The orange, I'm going to do the 2 feet and his nose. Now, here is the regular orange, and here is the pumpkin, both by Anita's. I like to use, yes, exactly, that's exactly what I was thinking. A lot of people use them to make the swags, for sure, and I like the different lengths of them. So this is the plain orange, and this is the pumpkin. The pumpkin's more like a brownish orange, and I tend to use this for the carrot noses, or I don't use the orange a lot. I really like the pumpkin by Anita's with that little bit of brown. Okay. Janine, are you all ready for tonight? Are you done cutting? Especially being a penguin and being in the winter, on top of it, I don't like the real orange. Personal preference. I like the one that has, it's a little more rustic, you could say, rustic. And then I'm going to do another coat of this black so this can dry. And then the back, I'm going to show you the difference here with the baby white method and then the sponge dabbing that I do. So if you can see, this still has the wood grain coming through. And I like that look for the back. You could even do it for the front on certain things. Hey Jamie, how are you? If you wanted to, but I like to leave the back like that. And then the front pieces are more solid, like this. See how this is solid? That's solid. And that's what I'm looking for on the front of the snowman, or the penguin. And that's why I don't use MDF. MDF is it's nice and smooth if you don't want any of the wood grain like that. Where I like using the wood so that I have the wood grain in there. So that's what I cut from. Now this front here, I'm going to do white. His body's gonna be white. And I like the Americana Snow Titanium white. So when I went on the first time today, it was super, super close. I don't know why, but it was super, super close. I gotta figure out if I can pan out some. When my granddaughter's in, we're gonna do a live together, and there's not enough room for us both to be in the camera. So I wanna see if I can't pan back a little bit or put the camera back further, or the tripod rather, I'm not sure. So I have to play with that a little bit, I guess. And you really don't have to do where the nose is and your eyes are going, well, my eyes, I'm gonna make black. Your nose piece is getting glued right on there, so you don't have to worry about that. I bought a new Loctite super glue, and I think I left it in the living room. I was watching TV and crafting last night, like most nights. So I'll have to use my older one. Bummer. Bummer, bummer. Hey Margarita, how are you? Thank you for joining. We're doing the Chunky Penguin Shelf Sitter. This has no back. He sits on his own. It is 2 body pieces and 2 leg pieces, foot pieces, that ultimately will make it 1 inch thick on the bottom, not 3 inches on this one. So we're gonna let that dry. One more spot here. So you really don't have to worry about getting in where the scored marks are by his nose either, because that is just a guide for where his nose goes, for where her nose goes. This is the lady we're doing today. Those still aren't quite completely dry. We'll put another coat on the feet and the nose. So the mama has the poinsettia in her hair. And if for some reason you want the mama to have a flower, I can give you the flower instead of the poinsettia. That works as well. So we'll let that second coat dry. Put this off to the side. And if you have markers, markers dry a lot quicker. I just prefer the paint myself, but everyone has their own personal preference. Come on out. Alrighty, we're going to do 2 different colors on the poinsettias. First color I'm going to do is Tuscan Red by Deco Art Americana. I don't know. Do they? Do they? Can you Google it and let me know? Because now I'm confused. I don't think I've ever seen one up close and personal. Did I say hair? Isn't that a pretty poinsettia color? That Tuscan Red. I'm still confused about their legs. Flipper's legs, you know, their bottom part over there. Feet. I paused, Jamie, when you said that. It's like, deer in the headlights. I don't know. Did I say hair, Jamie? My mind goes 20 miles an hour and I think about 15 things, so God knows what comes out of my mouth sometimes. The middle part we are going to do for the star here, I'm just going to do a little bit of yellow, and I like the Sunny Day apple barrel. I said hair. Didn't mean to say hair, just kind of came out. I guess you could give him hair. Sorry. Doesn't surprise me. Like I said, sorry. My mind's going 20 miles an hour. Google says feathers. All right. That's funny. I'm sorry. After you said that, I'm like, I must have said hair. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's dry this a little bit. Sorry for the noise, y'all. I'm still flustered trying to figure out my going live here. I had this huge screen with a big frame around it. I don't know what I did. Trying to fix it, it wouldn't fix. I'm so flustered I'm gonna do Tuscan red on the white. Oh my goodness. I hope my day gets better. Well, the wood grain helps his feathers come out. I don't know. I tried the MDF. I really like my wood grain. So that's what I stick with. How about all the designers today on live sales and crafting down south with the Christmas theme? I hope Carly and Moose are doing better. Okay, that should be good for her. Put that over there. My orange looks good. Is that a Spooget? I don't know why it's doing it. I'm gonna do another coat of this Tuscan red. And then the Sunny Day. And then we should be good. Now I'm gonna take my little finger dauber, one of them, not 5 of them, and his body, I need a little bit more white. Then I dab some off. And then I'm gonna go around the outside of his body to highlight the white. Don't forget to dab it off or you'll have a big glob. additional. Alrighty, perfect, Sam, thank you. I guess I said feathers, or I guess I said penguins had hair. I have to go back and watch and see why I said that. And Jamie was laughing. She Googled it and said penguins actually have feathers, which I did not know. Now that I think about it, the only time I've really seen them is in the zoo, and I have never really been up close to them. And then we will do the tops of his flippers, feet, legs, paws, whatever it is. They're birds. True. Okay, that's true. They're birds. That makes sense. That does make sense. Do they fly? I see them waddling and going in the water and everything. Do they fly? Guess I really never thought about it like that before, but you're right. Blonde, can you tell? Okay, the nose is dry. I'm going to do the top of the nose as well. Hi, Stacy. How are you? No, they do not fly. Thank you. And then the top of his other feet here. Feet, paws, flippers, bottom appendages. It's one of those days, y'all. This. All right. I want to do some on the poinsettias, but first I'm going to do a little bit of a contrasting color on the Tuscan Red. You've got to get me some daubers. I love them. I got them from Hobby Lobby. You know, I should check them out on Amazon and see if they're cheaper. Prime days would have been the best day to do that. So I'm just going to highlight a little bit with a little bit darker. See the difference here? So this was the Tuscan Red in Deco Art Americana. And then we've got the Deep Burgundy, just to give it two different colors with the poinsettia here. I'm going to do that with a different finger dauber as well. I love these daubers. I like them so much better than the baby wipes, because the baby wipes, when you use them, some of the wetness, I mean, it's a good thing. It's a lot better than brushes. I can't use brushes. But it's not wiping it off either. It's not real wet and wiping it off. So I'm just going to go over and give it a little bit of a contrasting color on a little bit of leaves, because I want to go over it in white as well on the tips. And it's not much, but just a little bit to see the difference there, to make it a little darker on the edges. And then I'm going to do the same one on this layer. The same thing on this layer. No. Nope, I let them dry out. Let me see where I got a couple used ones over here. I had some. No. You barely use any paint on them. So there, I use them over and over again until the sponge starts chipping away. I would recommend using the same color on them, but no, you don't need to throw. Here they are. Look at them. Here's my little dish of them. I did have a red one, and you can use them because you're getting most of it off and then just kind of dry brushing with them. And there's the black. Nope, you can reuse them until the sponge starts getting yucky, chipping, flying apart. Or you can wash them too. Some people do wash them. I don't. I have enough problems trying to remember to wash my paintbrushes. But I have been better. I've been setting them in the water. So I'm going to splatter. I do not want splatter on my little yellow insert for the poinsettia though. So I'm going to move that on the side. And then before I do that, I need a little bit more white. And I gotta get me an apron, y'all. I really do. I do not want to splatter on the body. And then I want to do the dauber in some of the edges on the white on the poinsettias. And I could do it after if I would have forgot or decided it needed more. And then the same thing with the small one. So again, there is a whole family. This is the mama I'm doing, which is 5 inches high, the body. The daddy is 6 inches high. And the little kids are 4 inches high each. But if for some reason you want different sizes, I can adjust the sizes as well. That's not a problem. Good. We'll get these out of the way. Just like these. I don't wash these, but when I'm done, I just cut the ends off of them. Obviously not with those scissors. And then I just keep reusing these. My other scissors are in the other room too. So I'm gonna use a paintbrush to splatter. And then before I clean up my edges, I'm splattering as well. Because if I clean up my edges and then splatter, and then get some of the splatter on the edges, I would just have to do it again. So I'm using a toothbrush to splatter. I just dip the end of it in the water and then put it in my white paint. And then I should have a glove on, but I don't, because I'm a glutton for punishment. And then you just take it, do a test one there, and flick the paintbrush. And you can do as little or as much as you want. And I used to take a paintbrush, and flick it on my finger. Tap it on my finger to flick it, and I like this so much better. Alrighty. And then I'll just take a baby wipe and clean up my finger. And then we have our splatter. Under the nail and all, y'all. but ideally a glove would be perfect for that as well. Let the splatter dry, and then we will start putting it together. Almost like he's got all snow on his body. Almost like she has all snow on her body. This is Gorilla Super Glue. I like my Loctite, but I left it in the other room. Figure out where you want it, stand it up, press it down. Then we have the legs flippers, whatever you call it. We have one here and one here. And I'm just noticing I'm gonna baby wipe this black on the back of it because you will see the back of these. Hey Mom, how's it going? And I do like to do this before I glue it together, just so that you can get everything you need to and not hit any other pieces that you have already painted. let's do the edges of the orange part of the feet, the beak, and the poinsettias. Because once we get those on, we're not going to be able to clean up the edges. One. Thank you. This is the girl. There's a whole family. There's a daddy, a mama, and there's 2 little kids. The daddy and the son have, or the little boy, have bow ties. The mama has a poinsettia, and the girl has a flower. But if for some reason somebody wanted the flower for the mama, I can do that for you too. And then the poinsettias. Did Dad have treatment today, Mom? And then this also makes the wood that was cut, if there's any score marks, which there is because it's a laser cutter, it's a laser cutting wood. And then if there's any different colors of the wood, it makes it all uniform, one color, and all nice, neat, and clean. Yes, you didn't go. He's there now. How are you feeling after your treatment? Finally better? And then there is that. We will glue her nose on. And then just line it up where the score marks are. And then press it down. Yeah, I know, until you go again. Once a month comes around quick, doesn't it? We will do the eyes. Get a teeny tiny paintbrush here. Let's do the black eyes, or you could use a marker. Knew I was gonna mess that one up. Hey Jody, how are you? We're just finishing up our chunky penguin shelf sitter. This is the mama of the group. There we go. So we have now we can glue his feet on. They're a little bit rounded. I'm going to put the more rounded on the bottom. And then again, seeing as how you only have 2 body pieces, his feet are going to be the rest of it to hold it up. So make sure you line it up, stand it up, and then press it down to get it where you want it to stand. And then I like to line it up right on the edge of his feet there as well. So seeing as how we have 4 pieces now, it actually makes it, thanks Sam, it actually makes her and him and the babies actually 1 inch thick. The 2 body pieces at 1/4 inch, the wing and his feet. So it actually makes it 1 inch. And then we've got the poinsettia here with the 2 different colors and then the white. At least I can figure it out when I go to get together, y'all. What did I do? All right. Because you will see the back of the poinsettias a little bit. Just go on the back of them real quick with a baby wipe. Unless you don't mind seeing some of the raw paint or raw wood on the back of it. This one we're going to go here. And then we've got this one in the center. There, and then we have this little yellow guy in the middle. Let's see if I can figure out how this goes in. There we go. And then the poinsettias have a little black inside to them. So see the little, you can see the black, the back of the black here, a little bit of the orange, and then the poinsettia. So then we did that so that it is not plain wood. middle of the poinsettias are black. Shake these, y'all, before you take the cap off, otherwise it goes all over. Three little dots there. Then we're going to do our dots and dashes. I'm not going to do any on the poinsettias. Got a little bit there. We have a little bit here. Gonna do a little bit on his nose. Got it there. And then we have them here. I think I'm gonna do a little bit over here too. And there we have it. Our penguin lady shelf sitter. Now from the bottom of the body to the top of the body, the lady is 5 inches. Wherever you put the poinsettia, mine measures 5 3/4 inches, but it all depends on the poinsettia height you do. So this lady with the poinsettia is 5 inches for her body, 5 3/4. The boy with which would be the dad, is 6 inches tall from the bottom to the top of the body, and then his bow tie would go in the middle here. And then the boy and the girl are 4 inches tall, and then the boy's bow tie would go here, and then again the little girl's flower would go here. And if you want the flower for the girl, you can let me know, and I can give you or for the lady, the mom, you can let me know, and I would give you the flower instead of the poinsettia. But I don't know if you can see how the poinsettia has the light and the dark on there with that little bit. And the 2 colors again we used for that, for the poinsettia itself, is Tuscan Red by Deco Art Americana, and then Deep Burgundy for the little bit of darker, as you can see there. So, alrighty. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate it. If any of you want them, you can reach out. I have not sent orders out yet from yesterday. And I will see you all on Live Sales and Crafting Down South at 5 o'clock. For myself, other than that, everybody else is on. Did you see my power just flickered? I better not be losing power, y'all. But y'all have a good one. Thank you for joining me, and have a great weekend and stay safe. Bye, everyone.